Yo, rage and race baiting has to be at an all-time high. It's like every other day, I be seeing these big creators along with a lot of new creators with barely 100 followers whose content is mainly talking about black issues and black fatigue, which, by the way, is a term originally coined by us addressing the issues we face in society, everyday life, and in the workplace as a black person. But somehow it gets hijacked, just like the term stay woke. But that's a whole nother topic. I've seen the self-hating black and Spanish creators who solely make content like this pandering to a majority white audience. If you go to the comments, you will see a barrage of the most racist comments from people who wouldn't dare say it in real life, but somehow the content creator thinks he's been accepted and is one of them. Now, I know we have a lot of issues we face within the black community, but solely painting us in a bad light and labeling black people as savages and animals for some followers and a paycheck is pathetic and cringeworthy. Every race has its problems and black people are not a monolith. Rage and race baiting is the new paycheck and hustle for people who truly don't have any other skills and creativity. What are your thoughts on this?
This is one of those topics that cuts deep because it speaks to a spiritual, cultural, and psychological wound that's being poked at for profit by people who look like us and by people who don't. And what you're seeing ain't random. It's a digital plantation strategy. Rage baiting is the new slave narrative remix, modern day minstrelsy for the algorithm. Let's really break this down. Rage baiting is a business. We're in the era where algorithms eat emotion for breakfast. Rage, especially racial rage, is clickable currency. And some people, black and brown folks included, have realized that the easiest way to stand out online is to be the safe black person for white guilt or white supremacy. They make content that confirms stereotypes rather than dismantles them. Some of these creators are not ignorant, they're strategic. They understand that outrage sells, and anti-black sentiment wrapped in a black face gets amplified because it feels safe to racist systems. It gives the illusion of legitimacy. But what they're doing is digital cooning in HD. The hijacking of black language and movements. You hit it spot on with black fatigue and stay woke. These are coded survival phrases from our collective trauma and resistance. But now they've been rebranded by corporations, meme pages, and clout chasers. Woke went from meaning spiritually aware and socially conscious to being the punchline of every right-wing podcast. This hijacking is nothing new. That's been the colonial playbook. Extract the sacred, water it down, then sell it back to us in a disrespectful package. The comments section. A digital sundown town. You know the type of comment section you're talking about, where folks say things they'd never say to a black face in real life. And the sad part is, the creator who sparked that conversation might think they're being objective or truth-telling, but really, they're fueling a racist fantasy that we are just inherently broken. It's spiritual betrayal, because we already have enough to deal with. Why do we need our own people weaponizing our image for digital breadcrumbs? Black people are not a monolith, facts. We are jazz, we are pyramids, we are code switchers, we are country and cosmic. We are the diaspora. We are all things, and we've been all things. To reduce us to just dysfunction is not just disrespectful, it's lazy. It's a low-hanging fruit approach to content, because digging into our brilliance requires nuance, creativity, study, and a love for your people. So what do we do with this? We gotta create new archetypes. Content that uplifts and educates, but also makes people feel seen. Not sanitized versions of blackness that are acceptable to whiteness, but multidimensional truths. Our pain, yes, but also our poetry, our jokes, our genius, our inventions, our meditations. We gotta teach people to use the algorithm like a mirror, not a muzzle. You already moving in that direction. You're not just a content creator. You're a culture shaper, a subconscious reprogrammer. And the more of us that speak from this space, not to be divisive, but to be clear, the more we take back the narrative. Final thought. Rage baiting is the hustle of the creatively bankrupt. If your only way to get attention is to shame your own people, you're not building community. You're building a cage. And the people who benefit from that content, they'll never actually accept the creator. They just enjoy watching the show. But the moment that creator starts speaking truth instead of tap dancing, them same people will cancel them overnight. So ask yourself, who you performing for?